Okay, America, we're going to take a look at America's best and worst car brands. This is actually going by the ratings done by J.D. Power and also Consumer Reports. So the questions you answer when you receive them in the mail, when you purchase a new or pre-owned car from certain brands, comes from J.D. Power. This is information taken from that, as well as the road tested comparisons that they've done among the brands. So when you actually look, how did they come up with the rating list that they actually have here? You have quality, reliability, handling, safety, and also road test performance. So you have a combination of things in which we're able to collect the data to come up with an appropriate list and to guide you as you begin to go along your shopping experience in the automobile industry. Number one position is actually taken by Audi, a German brand. It's always been their goal to actually eclipse the 200,000 mark as far as sales of units here in the United States, and indeed they have done so for the first time for 2015. Now also remember there as well, they're one of the top selling brands in the world, but here in America they do fall short. There's a reason why the dealers are pushing the vehicles by giving them away to eclipse the goals that they're actually achieving. So definitely remember that. But they are in position number one. Now the only non-luxury brand that we actually have here, which is Subaru. Subaru's the only non-luxury brand, but very impressive. They had a total sales for 2015 of 582,000. Very impressive when you look at the brand itself, and some people consider it more of a niche brand. Also, Lexus rounds up at number 3. They have done a superb job as far as getting and letting the consumer know that there is a difference between a Toyota and a Lexus. And they continue to do it, even though if you go back a couple years, they were actually looked at being more of an older brand. The consumer or the average driver of a Lexus, the age was actually a touch higher, but now that has come down. They've actually put sport into a lot of their models. So they've done a good job with that. Now also when you look, Porsche, which you can see in the video playing behind me here, that is a Porsche 911 by the way, Porsche has done an excellent job. Out of all the ones on this list, out of all brands as far as manufacturers today, that's pretty much the only automobile brand that can demand a premium or top dollar for their product, and they're actually getting it. So we love our performance, and apparently here in America, we love our Porsche as well. When you look, coming in number 5th, so it's going to be BMW. Now BMW, it's always been a top brand here in America, and it appears from the numbers that I have here, they've taken a number 1 position again. So rounding out our top 5, they're rounding up our top 5. Audi number 1, Subaru number 2, Lexus number 3, Porsche number 4, and then BMW number 5. What helps BMW primarily to get into that top 5 list? They have quality on here, I must say. They do have a lot of recalls. I'm just saying. Recalls and quality, I don't see how that mix. That's something that baffled me about Lexus in past years, because they always had them at the top of the totem pole as far as recalls. I'm sorry, reliability. But they always had a high number of recalls throughout the year. And a recall is nothing but a manufacturer's way of correcting a mistake, but that's an awful lot of mistakes. Things such as brakes, rotors, all things of that nature, which could cause a major accident or harm. Of course, you don't have to take my word for it. You can look throughout history. You can even Google the number of incidents. But BMW is coming in at number 5. Now, a non-luxury brand, that's pretty much going to round out the top 10. You have Buick, number 6, Mazda, number 7, Toyota, number 8, Kia, number 9, and of course, Honda, number 10. And I primarily focus on luxury brands, but just a touch note on the non-luxury brands. When you actually look, of course, some of the top sellers there is going to be Toyota, had over 2 million. Honda came in at 1 million, 1.4 million. It's amazing because you hear so much about Kia and Hyundai, but their numbers come nowhere close to Honda and Toyota, and also Nissan, which is primarily your 1, 2, and 3 as far as sales, Toyota, Honda, and Nissan. Now, going beyond the list, quite a surprise here, coming in at number 12 is actually Volvo. Now, Volvo, if you do visit one of their lots, it's interesting because they're going through more of a swing to where they're introducing the new Volvo. The XC90 has basically won every award there is for a third-row passenger vehicle. But when you go outside of the XC90, some of the other brands just need to be touched up a bit. Excellent product. Their primary goals, safety, emissions, and of course now, since 2010, they're now owned by an engine company. So not only do they have those two factors, which they've had since their birth, safety and emissions, but now they have the performance of an engine manufacturer out of China. So they're coming in at number 12. If you haven't yet, definitely visit Volvo. The XC90 is a very impressive product, so much so to where, new for this year, 7-passenger, the Audi Q7 is new for 2015. It's a 2016 model. I don't think it won one award. Of course, if I'm wrong, please correct me on the 1 or 2 awards that it may have run from a magazine subscription we may not know. But the Volvo XC90 actually took all the awards. From there, number 12, which is Volvo, number 14, which is Mercedes-Benz. A lot of people look at it and say they've fallen off a lot. Mercedes has a different view of putting people behind the wheel of their product. They wish to be very competitive with BMW. That has changed a little bit of the way in which they market their vehicles. And, of course, this one is very important for me to mention because you have Infiniti, which is coming in at number 21. Now, if you haven't done so already, please go to YouTube and put in Infiniti Q50. I did a review on it. I was appalled by the number of people that actually used the word retarded. That bothered me very much because people with mental disabilities, those same people that use the term retarded to explain to me, you know they're using it in public as well. And that's just not right to refer to anyone. But Infiniti does indeed come in at number 21. If you don't believe me, Google it. It's number 21 on our list, selling 133 models for 2015. Now, the only luxury brand out of the 30 that were ranked that's behind Infiniti, Land Rover and Cadillac. Now, we know Land Rover can be more of a niche buyer, but Cadillac, they have been beaten on every quality test or reference or reliability there is. They're in the bottom of the totem pole along with Fiat. And just above them is Infiniti. So there again, if you don't believe me, Google it. And so when you look at our list, definitely a number of luxury brands, but at the same time you have a number of non-luxury brands, which is why some people believe that the quality gap is closing. And the difference between the quality of a non-luxury brand and a luxury brand is very small. That's maybe the reason why for 2015 it's kind of showing now where people are starting to go back with the non-luxury brands. Luxury brand sales are down just a touch. People are falling into more affordable brands and saying, hey, this suits me. I love the quality, I love the feel, because they're stepping their game up. But at the same time, those luxury brands that are selling on the bottom end, so those that are selling below 50, are coming out very well because you look at a lot of companies in lines such as a Volvo that is doing exceptionally well. I mean, the XC90, one of the top-rated vehicles of the year, actually I would say ever, is actually selling. They list it just under 50, but no, it's going to come in just above 50 and below 55, you're getting everything you need. But there again, just a complete list of quality, America's best and worst car brands for 2015. I hope this actually helps you with your shopping as you continue to go out and continue to buy cars, with 2015 being a record year for the automobile industry. I hope this helps, and definitely have a good drive and good shopping.